Kimimaro's illness was the biggest setback to Orochimaru's plan in Part 1. When Orochimaru and Kabuto talk about the assassination of the third Hokage, his name pops up. It's said that had Kimimaro not been sick, this assassination attempt would have actually gone so smoothly that hiruzen wouldn't have been able to use the Reaper Death Seal on Orochimaru. Just off the top of my head, this would have huge implications for how Tsunade's arc would go down. Another thing that would come to mind would be that Kimimaro would have killed Gaara and Lee too, since he wouldn't succumb to his illness. I'm not going to get ahead of myself though, because I don't know what happens yet. So let's say that Kimimaro simply never gets sick, but why does this make this assassination attempt so easy? This is because Kimimaro is one of the most overlooked characters in the series. He could have killed Gaara had he not succumbed to his illness. Gaara lacks some experience, but he's not far off from a Hokage at this point. He also fought off 1,000 QB Amp Naruto shadow clones while sick, and he could defeat the entire Sound 4 at the same time. Kimimaro was the real deal and was even beside Orochimaru when he assassinated the 4th Kazekage. That shows trust, and he would have certainly been used against hiruzen. Against hiruzen, Kimimaro would mainly stand back with Orochimaru while the reanimations do the work. Hiruzen would defeat them, but Kimimaro being added here is too much. He only managed to seal Orochimaru's arm, so Kimimaro being a problem too would be too much. Hiruzen isn't able to correct the mistake that he made in letting Orochimaru escape the village when he could still kill him. This leaves a Leaf in a seemingly desperate condition. Sasuke and Naruto are far away from the village and too exhausted to fight. The Sand and the Sound's forces have suffered heavy losses and don't add much help here to Orochimaru and the Sound 5. What's left of Orochimaru's army has to go against Jiraiya, Kakashi, Guy, and many more notable and unnotable jonin of the Leaf. So who wins this fight and what losses are there? To start, Orochimaru and Jiraiya will start by fighting each other one-on-one. Jiraiya believes he's the only one who can stand up to Orochimaru now, and Orochimaru would be glad to kill him too. As for the Sound 4, they stand no chance. Kiba's mom, Shikaku, Choza, and Lord Ieyashi should be able to win their younger family members' matchups. And they'd have help from others too. I can see Kimimaro and Kabuto teaming up as Orochimaru's right-hand men, and they would face Guy and Kakashi along with several other jonin. So how would these fights go down and how would they overlap? As I said earlier, the Sound 4 gets overwhelmed and dies sooner rather than later. By the time that ends, Kabuto and Kimimaro will be done warming up against Kakashi and Guy. I see Kakashi taking more of a focus on Kabuto because of their encounter in the hospital. This makes Guy focus more on Kimimaro. Lee was able to fight Kimimaro for a bit before he lost the upper hand, so Guy should be able to do the same. Kabuto was able to fight with Tsunade some, but she was being reckless and underestimating him. Kakashi is precise and is highly cautious in battle, which is a problem for Kabuto. Regardless, there's no way either of Orochimaru's allies make significant progress before the Sound 4 are killed. Once the reinforcements arrive, including people like Team 10's parents and Asuma, which will definitely be too much for Kabuto and Kimimaro. To make up for this, Orochimaru will summon Manda, and all three of them will stand on him. Jiraiya summons Gamabunta to counter, but this alone is not enough to match Manda. Jiraiya will get help though. While he's stalling, the Nara clan will get into position and simultaneously paralyze Manda. They did this against the Ten Tails, but they did have a QB amp while doing it. Regardless of that, I still believe that they can paralyze Manda long enough for Gamabunta to get a chance to chop off Manda's head. Manda will instead be forced to unsummon himself, and this leaves Orochimaru in a losing position. He's got his hands full with Jiraiya, and Kimimaro and Kabuto can't take on this many Leaf Shinobi. They decide to retreat like they always do once they're in a losing position. The Leaf is left with heavy losses, but they have a decisive victory. The Itachi infiltration arc plays out the same, but the Sannin showdown changes. Since Orochimaru's arms were not sealed, there's no need for him to pay Tsunade a visit. And since he won't make Tsunade an offer this time around, she won't go out drinking to deal with the stress. This is important because Tsunade dissing the previous Hokages while drunk is what got Naruto to talk about his Hokage aspirations. This became Tsunade's main inspiration to become a Hokage since it got her thinking about Dan and Nawaki again. This time around though, Jiraiya will keep Naruto at bay and Tsunade won't give him a reason to lash out. Tsunade still won't want to do it, but Jiraiya convinces her to at least heal Sasuke and Kakashi. Jiraiya also asks to seriously consider the Hokage position while she travels to the Leaf Village. Tsunade heals Sasuke and Kakashi and once again refuses to be Hokage. She remains bitter about her dead loved ones since there is no turmoil created by Naruto and Orochimaru. Jiraiya returns to the village elders empty-handed and finally accepts the position of Hokage. Shortly after that, Kimimaro arrives to the Leaf Village. His final duty for Orochimaru is to bring Sasuke back to their hideout and then sacrifice his body for Orochimaru. Orochimaru himself won't go because he will have reached the stage of his immortality cycle where his body begins to reject him. He's also highly confident in Kimimara's ability to complete this mission. Sasuke and Naruto butt heads on the hospital rooftop, and Kimimaro waits until night to confront Sasuke. Kimimaro defeats him and convinces him to seek Orochimaru out for power. Jiraiya summons Shikamaru to the Hokage office and explains the situation at hand. The village is too short-staffed at the moment to use anyone else, so Shikamaru creates his team of Genin to track Sasuke and Kimimaro. They aren't the first team to confront Kimimaro, though. Shizune's team becomes aware of him first, and two Jonin are sent to fight him. Kimimaro is able to handle them, but it slows him down and allows Shikamaru to close some of the distance. They're able to catch up with him in the forest, but with 5 opponents, he's worried about the barrel containing Sasuke will be stolen. He presses onward by using his speed until he reaches an open field. His plan is to at least defend the barrel long enough for Sasuke to wake up and move forward. Shikamaru's plan is for someone to take the barrel while the others hold off Kimimaro. It's going to be impossible for Kimimaro to defend Sasuke here. They'll secure Sasuke, and Shikamaru chooses Choji to take him and retreat back to the leaf. Kimimaro can live with this as he believes he can win this fight, and he knows that Sasuke will just flee once he wakes up. It'll be a little while before Sasuke wakes up, so can Kimimaro win this fight? Even Rock Lee alone was able to push him to the point of slightly activating his curse mark. This Rock Lee was stated by Gaara to be slower after his surgery as well. Neji is better than Lee, so with 3 others helping Kimimaro, he has his hand full. Of course, this time around Kimimaro is healthy, and we know a healthy Kimimaro could beat the Sound 4. He's going up against 4 people here that are about equal to the Sound 4, but they have less chemistry and intel than Kimimaro. Shikamaru and Kibo lost their matchups originally, and Neji tied. Naruto is a lot stronger than Jirobo, but they don't know what Kimimaro can do, and they don't have the same chemistry as the Sound 4. Even if this is a losing matchup for the Leaf, it's not lopsided, and they can survive long enough for the Sand 3 to show up and completely turn the tide of battle. Gaara alone could handle 6 Kimimaro, so with 7 Genin total here, it will be too much and he'll be killed. Once they're finished, the Sand 3 will head back to the sand, while the Leaf Genin will hurry up to catch up with Choji. They find Choji, but he was defeated by Sasuke once he woke up. The remaining 4 Genin race after Sasuke to stop him from leaving the Land of Fire. They're able to catch up, and Sasuke is unable to defeat them, considering he barely beat Naruto. Orochimaru loses both of his vessels in one day, and the Leaf wins against him once again. I think I'm actually going to end this what if here. I was hoping that a healthy Kimimaro could shake up the Chunin exams or the Sasuke retrieval arc. Instead, the Sound 4 get killed after hiruzen, since Orochimaru will just keep fighting after that fight. Just like hiruzen said, he underestimates the Leaf, and this cost him the Sound 4 while he fights Jiraiya. While Kimimaro is better than the Sound 4, he's at the disadvantage of not being able to split up his opponents like the Sound 4. I continue this what if, but since my main character is dead, I don't have the inspiration for it. At least I was able to determine that a healthy Kimimaro just makes Orochimaru overestimate his capabilities and pay the price for it. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos in the future. Comment something if you have something to say. And thank you all for watching, and I guess I'll see you all next time.